Robert and John Watson are certainly advocates for the environment in this area. They're landholders that have lived out in this area for many, many years. They've already taken it upon themselves to undertake activities that are improving the river health.
I think our practices on the river have evolved from, first of all, fencing the river, clearing the willows, planting tree lines along the river where there was not so many, and now we're onto these bigger projects where we're clearing the weed, some of the weed species of trees, quite large trees that are being controlled mechanically in some instances and chemically in others, and that's proving quite effective.
We're trying to protect quite a large wetland in this project. Eventually it'll be fenced off and it's set aside as a conservation area, and hopefully the native animals will start coming back into that area again, and it will help the whole environment.
One of the things we noticed about the river floodplain where we live is the build-up of the weed tree species, the osargyrans, the honey locust, and now we're getting palm trees. And this particular project, the DPI project, has helped us control these with much greater input of resources.
And what we've noticed in the Namoi is whilst there's a significantly biodiverse area there, so there's a lot of native fish species, there's just not a lot of native fish numbers there. And we've noticed that a lot of the threatened species that we have in our state, so things like freshwater catfish, silver perch, the smaller body natives like olive perchlet and purple spotted gudgeons that were once found in large numbers in this system have disappeared or have declined to some very small numbers.
Every year the Department of Fisheries does a survey on the river, and in the last couple of years they've been finding that the native cod are breeding in this section of the river again. They actually rang me from the riverbank to tell me they were so excited. Well, I think this gives hope for the river if we can see that the fish are actually breeding in this area.
I think the changes we're making on the river in the way of river health is being illustrated by the fact that the DPI and fisheries have shown that there are probably more native species in our section of the river than in perhaps other sections where the banks are raw, banks are eroding, and there's not so much habitat.
And they've made a huge effort in what they've already undertaken, and I guess by approaching them to just do that little bit more to value add to the existing works that they've got, we're getting a lot more done.
Well, having lived on the farm now for nearly 50 years, I have a certain love for the area, and I do get a lot of pride in the achievements that we've made on the farm, and especially along the river. And when you can see the benefits that we're getting from the work that's been done, I get an awful lot of pride out of that.